Hi everybody, this is Ayman Khushoui. Welcome back to the next course of learning Python. We will talking now about code writing method in Python. If you want to edit code in Python, you must be case sensitivity. In some language, like HTML, it's not different between using capital letter or small letter, lowercase or uppercase of letters in editing code. But here in Python, you must be careful when you use capital letter and small letter when editing your code. For example, if you wanted to name a class, you must start with capital letter and then small letters. If you wanted to make the name of the class contain many words, you must put first letter of every word capital letter, like this. Here is one word, class first. The name of the class is first. Here is the name of the class is first Python class. You see that start with capital letter for each word. The variable name must be small letter. If you have to make variable name contains from 2 or more words, you can put underscore between them, like this. This is average equal 10, total underscore score equal 20. The name of the function must be small also. If you want to add many words, you can use the underscore to put between words. This is definition of display. This function from one word, name its name from one word. Definition display user information. The name of the function contains from 3 words. Display underscore user underscore info. If you wanted to comment on any parts of your code, you can use number sign before the line. This is for comments. You can divide your line to many orders using semicolon. Here is 3 parameters variable x1 x equal 1 semicolon y equal 2 semicolon z equal 3 in one line. If you want to divide one single line to multi-line, you must use the slash symbol. Here is you can put item underscore 1 equal 10 in a single line, item 2 underscore 2 equal 20, item underscore 3 equal 30, and then if you wanted to get the total, you can put it in one line or divide it into 3 lines like this to be easy to read. If you use any bracket, any type of brackets like this, or this bracket or this bracket, you can easily divide your code into lines, multi-lines, without any problem, like this. You can use the bracket, open a bracket, and write the variables, then close the bracket in the end. You can't use the reserved words keyword of the language. You can only use letters from A to Z, capital or small letter lowercase from A to Z to write any code. You must focus only on the first letter. This is a correct allowed name, Ayman, name, underscore number. You can start with underscore. You can write the variable starting with underscore, then the name. You can't use this word def, print, and because it is reserved words in the language. As we see, this is the list of the reserved words. It is a small list, not big. You can avoid these words because it will give you errors if you use it as a variable name or a class name or a function name. There is some rules when editing Python code. You must use 4 blank spaces in the start of your line. Don't add any blank space with the tab button. Sorry. Place at least a blank line between the line where the class defined and the function defined inside it. Place at least a blank line between each of the functions. Place a blank line between each 2 blocks you add inside the functions. Place an empty case and place an empty space around the control clause in condition classes. Place an empty space around the control clauses and the condition clauses. When placing comments, it is preferable to use the number sign symbol at the beginning of each line, even if your comment consists of several lines. The maximum number of characters that can be placed per line is 79 characters. This is very important. This is the long of the code line. If you want, this is the maximum length of the line of code, 79. As you see here, if you want to solve the problem of using tab bottom in Python, you can click Python. Then from here, adjust your tab, 4 tabs, and click OK. To convert any indents to space, you can convert from File, Edit, the step number 1, Edit, to convert indents, then to spaces. This is a new interpreter. This is an example of how to write code in Python. The purpose of the following example is to show how Python code should be arranged, not how it's work. This is a note or comment variable, another comment, if statement, and the print statement, and this is the result. We will use this format for all description of the code during our course. For example, this is class test, and this is the 4 spaces in the start of the line. You must put 4 spaces here. You see in the bottom of this second S, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces before here. 4 blank spaces. Let's go into Python. We will talking about types of variable in Python. It is very important to know the type of variables. Here it is variable equal 5, var equal 5, print var, it gives the result 5. This is integer. Python automatically declare your variable type when you add the value. If you add var equal a string, Python will know this variable is a string. If you add a digital number, variable will know that you use a variable of type integer or decimal. In another language, you must declare the type of variable before adding the value of the variable. But here Python recognize the type of the variable automatically. As you see here, you can declare 3 variables at the same time. X equal Y equal Z equal 10. And this is a print for the 3 variable with a string here, X equal Y equal Z equal, and the value as a result here. So you can define several variables in the same time. How to know the type of variable in Python? You must use the function or method type in Python. As you see here, var equal 10, print type, this is the method, and the bracket, and put the variable here. Another var equal string, print the type of this string. You will get this result. The type return greater than and the word class, putting the type between 2 quota like this. This is show to you the variable type of these 2 variables. The type of variables in Python divided into 7 basic types: numbers, strings, booleans, arrays that don't have fixed size are called lists, arrays whose size and value are fixed and are not subject to change are called tuple, arrays don't have a fixed size and their value can't be deleted and the new value can be added to them, table in which data is stored in keys and value are called dictionaries. As you see here, the number in Python, for example, integer, long, float, complex. And this is example for each type. If you wanted to convert any type to another, you must use the type and the number between brackets. This int bracket x, it converts x to plain integer. Long, convert x to long integer. Float, convert to floating point number. Complex, convert x to complex number with real part x and the imaginary part 0. Complex x, y, comma y to convert x and y to complex number with real part x and imaginary part y. X and y are numeric expression. To define text in Python, we use the quota or the double quota symbol. There is no difference between the two, but you can use 3 quotation symbol if you want to put string, long string, multi-lines in the same time, in several lines, like this. Here, declare 3 strings variable contain different value. Variable called name equal Muhammad, variable called job equal programmer, and the message contain this 2 line. If you print from here this variable, you get this result: name equal Muhammad, job equal programmer, and the message in 2 line. We use here 3 quota in the beginning and 3 quota in the end. If you want to print single or double quotation, you can use 3 quotation like this in the first, in the start of the statement, and 3 quotation in the end of the statement, and use your quotation inside it. Here is you see, in this line we print single quota quotations and then print double quotations here. Boolean value in Python. As you know, Boolean equal true or equal false, or equal 0 and equal 1. If you get Boolean variable true, it equal similar to equal 1. If you got variable Boolean false, it equal to 0. You can use each of them. This is an example. Declare Boolean variable and its value equal true. Variable name check, we assign it to true. If statement to check the variable. If check equal true, then print check equal true, else print check equal false. This is condition. If this condition is true, print this. If condition is false, print this. Actually, the check have a true value here, so the statement will be check equal true, like this. Note, you can edit any of this. If check equal true or if check equal 1 as the same, or if check without anything, all as the same. Python lists, you can edit the list using this type of bracket, square bracket, and you can add any variable type inside the list. For example, this is list 1, list 2, list 3. Separated by comma. This is the first variable, item, physics, string variable, string type, chemistry, 1997, 2000. You can put in the same list different type of variable. This is how to use lists in Python. You can declare for item string variable directly with this simple statement. Language equal string, this is the variable type, multiply by 4. That means the list to contain 4 items. Assign 4 items. Language 0, Arabic. Language 1, French. Language 2, English. Language 3, Spanish. You see here that the index start with 0 and finish by 3. But if you count there, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 items. If you can add new items, you can use language dot append German. It will be 5 language now. And you can print the all list here by this name, the name of the list. Print the length of the language, the number of items in the list by using len function, and then the list name. Here is the result. The language are Arabic, French, English, Spanish, and the new one German. The number of the variable and the length of this list is 5 items. You can print certain item in the list by using list and pass the index number. Here is the list, index 2. This is index 0. This is index 1. This is index 2. So the result is variable value available at index 2 is 1997. You can change any item by adding a new value to the same index. Here list 2 equal 2001, then the new value is in index 2 is 2001. It's replaced this 1997 by 2001. If you want to delete any item of the list, you can use delete del and the name of the list and pass the index here. Here we'll delete item number I have index number 2, 0, 1, 2. If we delete this, the new result after deleting will be physics, chemistry, and 2000. This item was deleted. This is some Python basic list operations. If you use len and the list, it will count the item of the list 1, 2, 3. The result is 3. This is the length. You can add list to another list. This list plus this list will give you the result 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can multiply the content of the list by any number. If you multiply high, multiply by 4, it will give you 4 high. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is repetition. You can check if any item exists in a list by using n word. 3 in 1, 2, 3, it gives to you true. This is membership. You can repeat a loop for any list. For x in the list 1, 2, 3, print x, it will give you 1, 2, 3. This is iteration. We now will talking about tuples. Tuples is another array. We can use this simple bracket. This is tuple 1. This is tuple 2. We can print certain value of tuple 1 with index 0 and print the range between 1 to 5 or index before 5. As you see from tuple 1, the item 0 is physics. Here is the result. And for tuple 2, the index from 1 to the index before 5, it's mean from 1 to 4. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. You get -1 from this number. 5 minus 1 get you 4, so you will get the index from 1 to 4, the number before this number. If you have another tuple with this data items and this tuple also, you can add the two tuple to another tuple, new tuple. Tuple 3 equal tuple 1 plus tuple 2. We will get summation of this two tuple. As you see here, the tuple 3 will give you the 4 items, 1, 2, 3, 4, with different type, variable type. Also, this is a basic tuple operation. We discussed this before in the list. It is the same like the lists operations. If you want to make the arrays in dictionary type, you must use key and item. As you see here, dictionary dict, variable name dict, equal name is Zara, age 7, class first. You can print dict name. It will give you Zara because this is the key of the dictionary, and using the key age from the dict, it print you 7. Here, this is the key. The first before the colon is the key, and the next one is the value. You can update any of the existing dictionary array by using its key. We have here dict dictionary array with this type of bracket and put age equal 8. This will update this number to be 8. And we add school. This is add new because there is no key called school here. It will add another key named school and put it DBS school. If you print the new dict, we will get the new result here and the new adding variable item here. Everything in Python is an object, so you can use the editor and put dot to get your methods or your function as you see here. Python factors, it divides into arithmetics, operators, comparison operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, assignment operators, membership operators, identity operators. If we're talking about Python arithmetic operators, it will give you simple idea in this table. You can use addition or subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponent, and floor division. This is the example of each operator. It's easy. This means to rise. If you have variable 10 and another variable 20, this is A and this is B. If you say A and asterisk to asterisk B, this means 10 to the power 20. Comparison operator, this is mean equal, not equal, different, greater than, smaller than, greater than or equal, smallest than or equal. You can use it in the branching statement, if statement and if else statement. Python assignment operator, this is the using of equal, add and. This is mean C plus equal A. This mean equal to C equal C plus A, and so on. Python bitwise, that means the powerful of Python will operating and working with bit in the computer language using the binary. This is bitwise. If you have number A and B with binary code, you can do several works operation on it. You can use operator binary and or XOR, binary ones, component, complement, binary left shift, binary right shift. And this is the examples. The logical operators and the logical and, or, not. And this is the example. Python membership operator. This is for check variable in array or in list, and this is not in. Python operator precedence. This is exponential, rise to the power. This is complement. Plus and minus. This is multiply, dividing module and floor division, addition and subtraction. This is simple. Right and left bitwise shift, bitwise and, bitwise or, comparison operators, quality operators, assignment operators. Is not, operator is not in, not or and, logical operator, this is membership operator, this is identify operator, identity operators. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next course, the first example of how to make application, simple application in Python. Thank you.